Welcome to Multiple Streams by Any Means, a podcast focusing on showing you guys different ways to make money. And we also want to put the spotlight on the entrepreneurs and content creators and the people out there that are making the money. So today I have a special guest. I'm your host, Bam, and we got my brother, Daraine. He's a consumer law expert. And I'm going to let you introduce yourself today, man.
Appreciate you, bro. So what's going on, guys? My name is Daraine Delevante. I'm your favorite consumer law expert. I also teach people how to repair, rebuild, restore their own credit using consumer law. I'm also a business strategist and business growth coach where I teach entrepreneurs and credit repair business owners how to grow, scale their businesses using four key principles: lead generation, lead conversion, client ascension, and continuity. Those four implemented correctly in your business can scale any business from 5 figures to six, six to seven, and from 7 to 8 figures.
Okay. Hell of an introduction, man. So okay, cool, man. So how long you been an entrepreneur?
Going on 3.5 years.
Okay, so growing up, you wasn't like,
Nope.
where you from for the most part, man?
I'm Jamaican, so I'm
Jamaican,
from
okay.
Jamaica. I'm 13 years old to the country of the United States.
Mm.
So I grew up in Jamaica. I came here as I was transitioning from being a teen into adulthood. Um, I was a part of the 40-40-40 club and go to school, get a job, retirement, safe, comfort, all the things that they tell you. You get it. You need a 9 to 5. You need safety. You need security. If it's risky, don't do it. Credit. I learned nothing about credit in Jamaica because we don't have a credit system in Jamaica like this in America. So
Mm.
y'all don't even know how blessed y'all are to be able to go from nothing, absolutely nothing, to being a millionaire, multi-millionaire by leveraging credit. This does not exist everywhere else. And I think because a lot of you over here, you're in the picture too long, you cannot see the frame and the opportunities y'all have. That's why when y'all have immigrants that come over to this country, you'll notice they're on their grind because we see opportunities, we see wealth, we see growth, we see potential, we see everything that y'all just overlook on a daily basis.
Yeah. Yeah. So y'all appreciate things more. So
Oh, most definitely.
so that don't
Dude, you
happen.
ever run around barefoot? You know what it's like running around barefoot, no shoes. You got only a shorts on and it got holes in it. You're going into the forest to go hunt birds with slingshots and playing marbles on the road. Like some of y'all don't even know about that life.
Damn, nah, that's barbaric.
Some of y'all, some of
It's,
it,
it's it's life for some people
it
though.
it's all we had.
Yeah.
Like those are the scooters that people be driving around now. Like, dude, back in the day, we used to make those out of wood. Like we would go cut the wood up, we would chop it up and design the scooter. And it goes back to financial literacy and education. We were making these scooters before they became motorized and electric.
Mm.
And if I knew what I know now back then, I would have put in a patent or a trademark for that scooter.
Mm.
But we didn't know, and we were building those things on a regular.
Mm.
So it's information, and learning the right and correct type of information can really set people free. And y'all have it here in abundance.
Right.
Yeah, man, I'm telling you, y'all don't know how blessed y'all are over here.
So you said they don't have a credit system
No,
currently, like so no credit cards, no
no,
loans.
they have it, but the credit system, you can't just go out and apply and get $300,000 worth of credit by doing a credit card stacking or running these plays on credit. You cannot.
Okay.
Like for you to obtain a credit card, you need to have a very good job.
Okay.
More like you're a teacher or a government worker, or because it goes off of your income. It's not like over here where there's a credit score where you can
Mm.
put stated income and go get 50,000 from a bank that pulls from Experian, like Amex. Go get 50,000 from a bank like Navy Federal that pulls from TransUnion. Go get 50,000 from a bank that pulls from Equifax like KeyBank. Like these stuff don't exist over there.
Mm.
So right there, you just got 150,000, getting $350,000 lines of credit from either KeyBank, Amex, Navy Fed.
Mm-hmm.
You can go start a business.
Right.
Can't do that like that, bro.
Oh wow. Okay. All right, so coming up, you were like athlete. Were you an athlete coming up?
No, hell no.
Okay, did you go to college?
I was gonna go to, so there's two parts. So I went to community college that
Okay.
got me ready to go to university. So college, what you call college here back home, we'll call university, right? And I was gonna go to med school,
Mm.
and I decided that I am no longer gonna stay in Jamaica. I'm moving to the U.S. I needed more. I had two younger sisters, and if I went to med school, it would have depleted my mom of everything she's ever saved. I had
Mm.
two younger sisters. So I made a personal choice to leave everything that I knew to bet on me in a whole brand new country that I had
Mm.
no family
Yeah.
to make it work.
Okay, so they still out there in Jamaica?
Yeah, everybody's back home.
Okay. All right, so you took that leap of faith.
Yep.
Okay, you just wanted more. And was it some of the things that you know about the advantages of America, like the credit system that inspired
I
you?
knew nothing. I just knew I was told that America is the land of opportunities. That's all I had.
Oh, that's all
I
you
had
had.
a dream. That's it.
Okay. I remember I think I saw a recent post you had. You said you worked at Dairy Queen or Burger King or something.
Dairy Queen.
Okay.
Yeah, my first job when I came to America. Quite the opposite of Jamaica too. I was cold as it was cold. I've never been that cold in my entire life until I went to New Hampshire. Coldest place I've ever been on the planet. Coldest spot I've ever been on the planet, man. My
Right.
bones were cold. Making $7.25 an hour. But to what I was making back home, in Jamaican dollars, when I got paid in US currency, I was calculating it in Jamaican currency. So in my mind, I was killing it.
Uh,
But I was even below the poverty line here, making $7.25 an hour. But I had a family back home, my mom, my two sisters, my brothers. Like when I make the money, I was sending it back home to make sure that they were good. So I'm over here working, doing overtime, working another job at the hotel across the street from Dairy Queen. So when I go to Dairy Queen from 10 to 4, I'm clocking out and I'm walking across the street from 4:30 to 10.
mm,
Two full-time jobs.
yeah. Yeah, you put in the work.
I did. So that 725 now became 14,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And I was able to live off of one paycheck and send one paycheck home. Mind you, I was only making $250 a week or so, bro.
Mm. Yeah, exactly.
So, but
That's all you had.
in my eyes, that was a lot of money because
Yeah.
I've never held this type of money before.
Mm.
And somebody watching right now will be like, Daraine, you're talking about $250? That can't even buy my shoes. Well, right now it can, but back when I just came here, that's all I had.
Mm.
And I had to make it work for me and send it back home.
Look at you now. You can't even wipe your ass with 250. Now, all right. So you said New Hampshire, right?
Yeah.
How'd you get there?
So I came up on a school work and travel program.
Oh, okay.
So the area is called Glen. It's a small little town.
Okay.
Me and my boy, we were like the only two black persons in the whole community. We were like the only two black persons there.
Mm.
Like you will not see colored people there. And if we are there, it's less than 10, bro.
Yeah.
Like if you did some shit, they can find you quick.
In a heartbeat.
In a heartbeat. Like can't be nobody else.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Shit.
Shit.
It's only 5 of them in the town. It's got to be one of them.
It's only a handful.
So, it was a lot. Culture shock, the experience of being in a brand new environment where you have no family. There is no retreat.
Mm.
And remember, I came up on a schoolwork and travel visa, and I decided to overstay. So I burned that bridge to go back home. Because if I went back home, there was no coming back here.
Mm.
So the bridge was burned to go back home.
Mm.
So it was, dude, you got to make it or you got to make it. Like, retreat is not an option. And a lot of times, people don't put themselves in a position where they can't retreat. Because, oh, mom got me, I can always go back to mom crib or go in the basement, or uncle got me, or cousin. Like, people have never really thrown themselves fully into anything. And you'll find out that when you throw yourself 100% into something, you'd be surprised the outcome, bro.
I read a book and it was saying that there was like a war, and it was like a general. He was going to the other people's camp, and they burnt their ship.
Burn the ships.
That way, it's like only
They
only way we come back is if we win.
Win or die.
I forgot the book or the war they were talking about, but
I've heard the story before. So
yeah.
It's either we're gonna win, or they're gonna put us in body bags and send us back home. But those are the only two options for us to get off of this beach.
Yeah.
So when you are faced with no other option but to succeed, you will find out that you can call on powers inside of you that you didn't know you have. But those powers won't reveal themselves until you're in a position where they are needed. Because if you get thrown on the ocean right now, you'll find out like pretty quick, like it's either you're going to drown or you're going to develop some pretty quick swimming skills.
Yeah.
But I'm sure your first option is not to go down. Your
Yeah.
first option is, I need to learn how to swim because I got to keep my head above water. Because the moment your head goes below water, it's a wrap.
It's a countdown. Yeah.
So it's that type of environment. People are they don't trust themselves enough to throw their whole selves at something. I don't know what it is, but I guess not a lot of people believe in
Doubt.
their own capabilities.
Probably doubt, fear, just a lot of trauma from things not working in the past, or
Yeah, but where did those...
no evidence of seeing it before. People I know what you mean. I think only a few people can tune out what they don't know and just have the faith that it's going to work based on either their hustle or just what they believe in, where most people just kind of go off of experience. Well, it ain't never worked for my mama or my grandmama or auntie, and I just think fear and all that type of stuff play a part. And most people, you know what I'm saying? And then the people that they talk to, people not smart enough to detach themselves from negative environments, negative people. They just they'll talk to their negative friends just because that's all they know. But they don't know how to mute certain conversations with certain people, and or just surround themselves around the right people. Just like when I met you in the gym, for instance, that's like surrounding myself around the right people, and we bumping each other now. You know what I'm saying? Coincidentally, so it's just that's the only thing I can think of. You know what I'm saying? Or maybe people just had it too easy coming up, where they felt entitled. They was 5 years old, things working out, 7 years old, and then as you get a little older, shit stop working out for you. Like how you predicted, you know what I'm saying? And I think it's just I guess they get slapped in the face now, and I don't know. That's really all I can think of.
So being here and observing just how the society is run, there's a pretty dependent society over here, where the government strings you along just to keep you over broke, where you do enough not to get fired, and they do enough just to keep you surviving. So it's a dependent system, and it becomes hard to break a dependent system when all your life you've been conditioned that we're going to have welfare, we're going to have social security, we're going to have all of these programs that just gives a man a fish. These programs aren't teaching people how to fish. Can you imagine if at an early age we started teaching kids how to fish? Right? Instead of giving them fishes. Oh, Mom, I want a PlayStation. Well, here you go, little Billy. No. How about you do some homework, maintain A's for the whole semester. You come show me those A's. You got your PlayStation.
Yeah.
People here don't really work for nothing. They just get handouts. There's too many handouts in this country, and that creates a dependent society. So when immigrants come here, and a lot of people are upset, oh, immigrants are taking our job. You're goddamn right, because y'all wasn't doing them in the first place.
Right.
Are you upset now because immigrants are taking jobs? Why didn't y'all fill the whole gap while it was here? You're telling me they had to come from a whole nother country to come see this job and get it, and now y'all are complaining about immigrants taking jobs? Why your ass ain't doing it?
Right. Lazy.
That's the problem. People will talk about all the things that they woulda, shoulda, coulda done. Let me tell you something. Used to bees don't make no honey. None at all.
Oh shit.
Like they don't. Bees make honey, not used to bees. They don't make no honey.
Not used to bees. Bees make honey.
Bees
Not
make
used to
honey,
bees.
not used to bees.
I like that one, man.
So
Oh
at
shit.
what point do we become accountable that we are the sum total of all the decisions we've made?
Yeah.
Because you see, we're all self-made, but only the rich will admit it.
Exactly.
You're broke because you're self-made.
Yep.
It's your thoughts, it's your actions, right? Your thoughts give rise to feelings. Your feelings gives action. Your actions now are displayed on what you do on a day-to-day basis.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're not consuming the right things, how do you expect the seed that you planted to grow into something fruitful? It won't.
No, it won't.
Because as it's in on the inside, it gotta be what it is on the inside to reflect on the outside. For a tree to bear apple, right? What must the tree be?
What must a tree be to bear an apple?
Mm-hmm.
What does the tree have to be?
Mm-hmm. For it to bear apples.
I don't know. I know you need water and soil and all that type of stuff and seeds and.
But it must be an apple tree, right?
Must
Because
be
you're
an
not
apple
going to
tree.
find apples growing on a pear tree. You ain't going to
Okay.
find peaches growing on an apple tree. So
Okay.
it must be true to its nature. So what's inside will reflect on the outside. So if you consume garbage and you're in garbage environments, everything that comes out of you is garbage. You got to change the way you think. Protect your mind. The battleground is in your mind. Your mind is the most important piece of real estate because everything ever created in this realm was birthed inside of somebody's mind. But yet still, we let negative Nancy, negative Susie, negative Paul and James feed our minds, and we have tenants taking up permanent residence in our minds, not paying no rent.
Living rent free, Section
Come on,
8.
man, somebody.
Sheesh. Okay, so you have any advice for someone that needs to remain focused? Do you have any advice for someone that just kind of like any mental advice or any personal development advice for
Start
someone?
reading books. Books are the gateways to riches because you have to reprogram your television. Tell, lie, vision. They're telling you lies through what you're seeing. So you're believing things. You want to be like the Joneses. You want to have this and have that, but then you never created a foundation so you can have it. People want to have, but they skip the do and the be. Because you got to do the things to become the person to have the things.
Yeah.
They want to have the things and don't want to become the person.
Right.
But how are you going to have it? Because when you lose it, what happens? You don't know how to get it back.
Yep.
That's why Jeezy says, yo, if I lose all my money right now, the people that I know and the contacts that I have, I'll get that back in 24 hours.
Right.
You cannot take away the process of building wealth from a person. You can take my Gucci jacket, I'll get another one. You can take my Rollie, I'll get another one. You can take my Rick Owens, I'll get another one. Take my damn Mercedes, I'll get another one. But what you cannot take away is my ability to produce at a high level because I went through it. I went through my stuff. I know what it's like to build out a 7-figure business. I know what it's like to do 6 figures in a day. I know what it's like to do 50,000 on a weekend. I know what that's like. You cannot take that away from me. That's why when you take Grant Cardone, the Discovery Channel, right? Undercover billionaire. Threw him in some weird place. I think it was in Colorado. I don't remember. But he was in some weird place. He couldn't use his name. None of his contacts. They only gave him $100. And in 90 days, he built a $5 million business.
think I heard about that too. I didn't see the whole
It's real
concept.
stuff. It's not a fairy tale. It's real stuff. It's information. Wealth is not money. Wealth isn't jewelry. Wealth isn't cars. It's information. And people say knowledge is power. That's a lie. Knowledge is not power. You have to execute knowledge to get power.
Right.
A lot of people know a lot of shit and they ain't doing nothing.
Right. A lot of PhDs.
Got a PhD in common sense.
I'm trying to tell you. PhD, pretty broke. You got any books you recommend?
My first two books.
Okay.
Rich Dad, Poor Dad.
Okay.
Number one. I don't
Okay.
care what nobody says. That was my number one. That's what created this person right here. Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. Because you need to comprehend that your home is not an asset. And you need to comprehend rule number one of the rich. The rich don't work for money. They have money work for them.
Okay.
If you put a rich person and a broke person in the same environment with no money, you're going to find two things are going to happen. The broke person is going to go look for a job. The rich person is going to go look for problems to solve. Two totally different mindsets.
Right. I like that. All right, look, man. So the reason why I asked you about the books, man, I got a gift for you. You know, it's my first book I wrote.
You wrote it?
Yeah, it's called Navigate the Great GPS the Road to Riches. And I'm glad you just named those two books because I actually pulled concepts from both of those books. And also, like, I pulled a lot of hip hop quotes to kind of use to educate people on different things, like how you said Jeezy, how you said the world is yours, everything in it. I use that as like manifestation. But how you said Think and Grow Rich, I got Think and Grow Lit. Just for like, you know, kind of dumbed it down just for the people that want to get a short read. They want the same information as far as Rich Dad, Poor Dad. I got Rich Uncle, Poor Uncle. You know, I got this right here, man. Signed it for you.
And I appreciate it,
Navigate
bro.
the Great, man. You can find it on Amazon.
Thank you.
For anyone tuned in.
You're an author.
I'm an author, man.
Let's go, bro.
Yeah, I'm an author,
Let's
man.
go, man.
I'm an author, man.
Thank you. This will definitely be added to my library.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. Had to bring you a special gift, man. You know
I
what I'm
really
saying?
appreciate it,
You
bro.
know. All right, so look, quick question I had, man. When you were in Jamaica, what type of jobs did you work when you were in Jamaica?
I only had one job in Jamaica. It was at a supermarket because
Okay.
I spent most of my time. Remember, I came here at 19. So I'm literally just leaving out of community college.
Okay, so you did. Yeah.
So the most work that I really did was I was a musician. I don't know if you know about the steel drums, steel pan that they play.
No, I'm not familiar.
Damn, bro,
I probably saw
Yeah,
them.
so I used to play steel pan in high school, and then when I left high school, I went on the North Coast, and I was playing it for a little bit of time, and then after that, when I started going to community college, I came back home to Manchester, and then I got a job at a convenience store. It's a big brand in Jamaica. It's called Super Plus. It would be equivalent to like your Whole Foods or your
Okay.
or your
Sprouts.
yeah, like what's the other one? Golly, man. Those supermarkets that's in like C type neighborhoods.
I know what you mean. Farmers markets.
Like food fair, your food fair type of
Okay, yeah.
supermarket. Yeah.
I got you.
So I worked in one of those, and bro, it's a hard job packing those bags, bro.
Yeah.
Like people be sleeping, think that shit's easy. It's
Nah,
not.
they get stuck together, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's like if you an employee, I know I would look at somebody funny if they lick their fingers and open my bag. You know what I'm saying? So imagine having to do that for 5 hours straight, 6 hours straight.
It was wild, bro.
Nah, this shit ain't no joke. And then sometimes like I might get like mess up like as I'm going through self checkout, and I feel the employee looking at me like you don't know what you. I've never packed groceries before. No, I don't know how to do this.
I learned a trick when I was working at Five Guys. So if you pull the handle, it brings up a little thing.
Yeah.
There's a little thing in the side.
Yeah,
If
yeah.
you just pull it, it pops up. All you gotta do is open it up. I learned that at Five Guys, bro.
Shit, that's a one-on-one. That's
Yeah,
a
yeah.
tutorial for you.
So like we were just going through bags and I couldn't figure it out. So one dude said just pull the handle a little bit. So I did it, and the little thing popped up. I was
Yeah.
like, wow, I wish I'd known this a year ago. I've been struggling for a whole year. Right? So it's just little things like that. So like now, like when I'm at the supermarket and I see people struggling with it, like the people that's packing the bags, I'm like, let me blow your mind right now. They're like, what? I'm like, just pull the handle. They're like, oh my God. I'm like, yep, learn that at Five Guys.
Yeah, they know that. Yeah, they see you with all the Gucci, but they know you got it from the bottom when you know those type of skills. Skills
These
from
are
the
just
bottom.
things, they come and they go.
Yeah, they come and they go.
They come and they go.
Yeah, you need a jacket when it's cold
Yeah,
outside.
it's like getting chilly outside. So
Yeah,
like,
you need
I grabbed
something.
the first thing I saw. It just so happened to be this.
Yeah, I got you. I see you got your brand. I see
Oh,
the brand.
come on, bro. Consumer
Yeah.
law expert all day, bro.
Okay.
All day.
Yeah.
Right?
All right. So tell the people what consumer law is.
So consumer laws are laws put in place to protect consumers from predatory lending, subprime lending, banks, corporations, auto dealerships, crooked car dealerships, companies that I don't want to name on here. But it protects the consumer because these are laws that these corporations must abide by in commerce. There are laws to charge a certain amount of interest rate. Like an example, we're in the state of Georgia right now, and a lot of people don't know that if they pay over, where's my phone? You got your phone?
Mm-hmm.
All right, look up Georgia State usury law.
You said Georgia State user law.
Usury, USURY.
Okay.
So Georgia State usury law. A usury law is the maximum amount of interest rate that corporations can charge. Each state has their own version of it, right? So people, what's this usury law for Georgia?
It said usury laws limit the interest rate amount a lender can charge. In Georgia, a licensed lender cannot charge more than 10% interest on a loan of $3,000 or less.
All right. So if the loan is 3,000 or less, so that's 10%. What does it say about more? Over 3,000.
Any rate higher than 7% must be specified in writing, but place no limits on rates for loans between $3,000 and $250,000.
Right. So if there's loans that's borrowed under 3,000, then it's 10%. New York, it's 16%. Florida is 18%. So if you have certain loans, credit cards or whatever, and they are above the state usury law, that's an offense. That's illegal. Right? But people don't even know usury laws exist. Debt collectors, they can call you before a certain time. A debt collector can't just go park an alleged debt on your consumer report, right? If they do that and they don't contact the consumer, that is a violation, right? If it's called the non-parking rule. A debt collector cannot just state that you owe a debt and they don't know if they're speaking to you if they're on the phone, right? Because they don't know who they're speaking
Yeah,
to.
exactly.
Right? They're not going to tell a consumer that in writing a consumer can refuse to pay a debt collector.
Right.
Right? They're not telling people these things. They're not telling people that if they have medical collections and it's under $500, it shouldn't be reported on the credit report. If it's a paid medical collection, it shouldn't be reported on the credit report. Right? If the medical debt is invalid because they cannot provide proof because there's no itemization of the treatment and they can prove the type of treatment and that the consumer got the treatment but they're charging a bill, it's an invalid medical debt. How do you know that the balance that you are charging the consumer or the patient actually got those treatment? You got to be able to prove it for it to be substantiated. That's an invalid medical debt. That cannot be there. If it's medical debt less than 1 year old, it's not supposed to be on the consumer report. These are things that people don't know. Late payments. They must be able to prove a late payment exists because 15 U.S.C. 1666B speaks about timing of payments and 21 days before the payment due date. Right, 21 days before the payment due date, the creditor must send out notices and it must contain information from section 15 U.S.C. 1637B and it must be mailed or delivered within 21 days of the payment due date from the consumer. They must be able to prove that this was done. If that is not done, they cannot treat a payment as late. Without that being done, how can Experian, TransUnion, and Equifax say there is a late payment? They must have proof that the item or the notices were delivered 21 days, up to 21 days before the payment due date.
Oh, okay.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I got
so
you.
they cannot prove these things, but there are late payments on people's consumer reports. How? So it's the things that you don't know that you don't know. And for
Right.
anyone thinking about the late payment, or if you're hearing me right now and you got late payment, all you got to do is text the word late payment. So that's late payment to 917-993-5238 and get the late payment deletion guide. Like, there's no reason why people should be tuning into this episode and they have late payment. That don't make no sense when all you need to do is send a text message to solve the problem. So late payment to 917-993-5238, even with medical collections. Like, do you know that over 44 million people gets affected by medical collection? That's 44 million families.
Damn. That's a lot of families.
That's a lot.
That's a lot.
So if you're hearing my voice and you got medical collection, or if you know anybody got medical collection, text the word medical to 917-993-5238. Text the word medical to 917-993-5238. Like, learning this type of stuff, reading books like this, and make sure y'all get y'all a copy on Amazon. Right? Reading, like, information has set me free, bro. Because if you want to hide something from a man, what do? Put it in a book.
Yeah, I ain't want to say. I wanted to come up with it.
But it's true.
Yeah.
They don't read. People don't read. And we got to get back to reading. We are so used to a 3-second world where all we're doing is scrolling. Slow down. Just slow down. We got to read, bro.
You learn consumer law through reading or like listening?
There was no other way to read. There's no other way to learn it. You
Oh,
got to
okay.
read these laws. That's why I know these laws. Because if a consumer reporting agency or a debt collector, I get this question all the time, and some people they're probably going to drop it in the comments. Daraine, I sent out a cease and desist to a collection company, and they haven't responded to me. Or I sent out a validation of debt, and they didn't respond to me. Well, the reason why they didn't respond to you is more than likely because they couldn't validate the alleged debt. And 15 U.S.C. 1681 I-1A1 speaks about, guess what? If a consumer reporting agency or a corporation cannot validate or verify the information within 30 days, that information must be deleted. But that would be the rebuttal for the dispute that they sent over. But people don't know that these are their rights. So consumer law is there for your protection. Consumer law is there. That's why it's called consumer. It's for you. It's laws for you.
Okay, so it's more broad. It's more broad than like, so it's pretty much just like only it's laws that protect customers or people that spend money with merchants and things of that nature.
Well, if you participate in commerce, right? And
Right.
we all do because we go to the car dealership, we buy stuff. We're all in commerce, right?
Right.
And as we're all in commerce, it's important that you know the rules of the game. It's just like basketball. I wouldn't go play basketball because I don't know the rules, because these guys are going to just run all over me. That makes no sense, right?
Yeah.
And Truth in Lending speaks on the informed use of credit, right? You must be informed about the use of credit. But you go to these firms that's supposed to be that fiduciary, that has that fiduciary responsibility to educate you about credit, and all they do is take advantage of people.
Yeah. For damn sure.
It's not in their best interest to educate you, because why educate you when then you're paying 3% on a loan, and versus you are uneducated and you pay 18% interest rate,
They make way more money.
right?
Way more.
Right?
Yeah.
So it's not in their best interest for you to be educated.
Right.
So what do? Well, you got to be responsible. You have to say, yo, there's absolutely no way I should be paying 25% interest rate on a used car. That makes no sense, bro. But it happened to me because I didn't know. And back in 2013, when I got my used Nissan Altima with 75,000 miles at 18.9% interest rate, which I couldn't even get in the first place, I had to get a co-signer for it.
Shit.
Yeah, that part.
Shit.
Dude, I was paying $540 a month. And my insurance as a new driver was another $400. So for a used Nissan Altima, I was paying $950 a month, bro.
Ooh, sheesh.
Yes, that part.
That
Bad
part.
credit is an expensive life.
It very bad credit is a very expensive life.
Very expensive life.
Yes. Ooh.
And we have information now that is here, information that's abundant. So I don't take nobody ever. I don't accept those anymore. I don't.
Right. 'Cause it's
Everybody
out
got
there.
a smartphone. I refuse to accept those anymore.
Yeah, the information is out there.
It is.
Yeah.
But you know what's crazy? The people. The free people that wants everything for free, and they think they're entitled to something from you for free when it's for their own good, and they are willing to invest and buy things that has no substantial to their life at all. It's not bringing the needle closer towards their destination. So they'll go out to eat and spend $300-400 on a meal and bottles, but they're not willing to invest $47, $247 in deleting their own late payments or their own medical collections. Priorities. People got their priorities messed up.
That's like on a done for you thing, or like that's how much it costs to send applications in to delete items.
So it varies, right? So when we're talking about the different letters, I don't believe in giving people fish. I refuse. I am against giving fish.
Right.
I am that guy who's going to teach you how to fish, because when you cannot unlearn what I teach you. Okay. Nobody.
Right.
So I have 6 letters that I built, 6 late payment letters that I built. There's no rebuttal for my letters, bro. My letters are on point. Straight laws, straight facts, right? And using these letters and a script, you can call in. The quickest we've gotten late payments deleted was in 4 hours.
Ooh.
Yes. Late payments that was on her consumer report for years got deleted in 4 hours.
Sheesh. Y'all some bad motherfuckers.
When you know what you know, you become more effective. See, people want to be a mile wide, but an inch deep. You know nothing. See, over here, we are an inch wide, but we're a mile deep with what we know.
Right.
We can go for hours, bro.
Exactly. Facts.
That's the thing. Like, you have to take something and make it your own. But we get so caught up in everything that's going on. Who's watching who's soap opera, who's watching who get ready, who looks good, who's a baddie. Like, you're a baddie with bad credit and you're broke. How about you be a baddie that's rich and got 10, 15, 25,000 in that Birkin?
Right.
Right? But you got a Birkin and you don't even have $500 in your bank account.
And you see Cardi B, she said she said something like she was investing in some real estate. I don't know why she wasn't doing commercial, but she said her tenants wasn't paying and she'd rather buy a Birkin bag, and that's what they be listening to. You know what I'm saying? She said she'd rather
It goes back to programming.
programming for real.
But Cardi can say that. Cardi is rich.
Rich as hell.
Right?
Yeah. It's not affecting her, but her, you know.
But then, all right, let's look at this. Beyonce, right? A lot of people love B. One of her biggest songs are all the single ladies, right? Is Beyonce single?
Nah.
Okay. The other one is, what's it called? You Can Find Another Me. What's the name of it?
It's a Beyonce song.
Yeah, you can pack your things and go.
I forgot the name, but I know exactly what you're talking about.
You must not know about me. I
Yeah,
can get another you in a minute.
yeah,
She's with the same dude.
yeah.
So, like, let's really pay attention to the people that we're listening to,
Right,
right?
right.
All the single ladies, right?
Uh,
I can replace you in another minute, but you haven't. You're with the same dude.
right.
You're talking about a single lady. You haven't been single in motherfucking years. What you know about being single? So you see where I'm going with this, right?
I see.
Like, girls would talk about broke niggas don't deserve no pussy. Well, broke girls don't deserve no dick either. Like, we gotta be honest.
Yeah.
So it's cool to say that and shout it from the roof that broke boys shouldn't get no. And I agree, bro. If you're broke right now, your job, like, you shouldn't be focusing on go making babies right now. That's not what you need to be focused on. Because when we take a half trifling man and a half trifling woman, we're gonna have half trifling kids that don't know shit, and the cycle of poverty, the cycle of bad credit, that cycle keeps going.
Right.
So before I unload my essence into somebody's garden, right? Well, like, why don't I go focus on me?
Right.
Let me go rebuild me, because the previous me ain't shit.
Right.
Let me go do a transformation of me. Let me go buy a book on Amazon. Just go and buy a book. Read some stuff. Learn some stuff. Be ye renowned through a new mind. Because new life comes from a new mind, and a new mind comes from a new way of looking at your life. I cannot step into my future still holding on to the baggage of my past. I cannot.
Right.
It's like you're trying to look left and right at the same time. Like, how does that work? Like, left, right? You cannot do it. You're confused. You're like a hamster. You're stuck in one place.
Right.
But let's focus. Let's focus on being an inch wide but a mile deep with what we know.
Right.
Then now you'll start to see a change develop in you. Then you'll start to see that when I change the things that I look at, the things I now look at will also change.
Right. Damn, it's a bar.
I'm gonna be quiet, because y'all are gonna get me. Y'all gonna get me started. I'm gonna just behave myself. I'm gonna behave myself. Get me fucking started.
This is a safe place, man.
Right?
It's a safe place, man.
Get me started.
What you gonna say?
We just gotta make it equal, bro. And for all my dudes out there that's being disrespected by women, that are saying that y'all ain't shit, they're probably right. And what it means is you need to go through a metamorphosis. You need to go through a gravitrophic experience where you're rebuilt. See, the cool thing about being a human, which separates us from animals, is we have the ability to become whoever we want. A dog can only be a dog. A horse will be a horse. A cat is just a damn cat. Right? But we have the ability. I don't want to be a doctor no more. I can go be an astronaut. I can go be an entrepreneur. I can go be a real estate mogul.
Mm-hmm.
I can go be a minister.
Mm-hmm.
We have the ability and the essence to change who we are.
Right.
But we let society program us into the 40-40-40 club, where we're seeking comfort and stability.
Right.
How does that make sense?
Doesn't, man. It's programming for your ass, though.
The richest people in the world don't have jobs. They don't. They own businesses.
Right.
I mean, the math is clear. Success leaves clues. Mm-hmm. You want to become rich and extremely wealthy, you need businesses, not jobs.
Business investment. You got to be in the category of the what is it? The financial, the Kiyosaki. You got to be on the business
about the cash flow quadrant.
The cash flow quadrant. You got to be on the business or the investor
business
side.
on the investor side.
Yeah.
You can't be on the employment and the self-employed side. You don't want to be there.
I wanted to ask you something, man. So I remember about a few years ago, it was about 7, 8 years ago. This guy was supposed to be helping me with my credit, and basically, you know how your loans, like if you were doing student loans, how that go from Department of Education to like Navy or something like that. He was saying because they changed lenders without my permission, it was a it was I don't know if it was a consumer right, but it was my right to dispute it. But the thing was, he wanted me to go in the police station and do like a report that way.
He wants to claim identity theft. So he's right to some extent. And let me explain for those of you who are going to say, well, Daraine, they've checked. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Did you give permission or not? You have an agreement with Department of Education. You have a contract with Department of Education. You gave the Department of Education permissible purpose, person on 15 USC 1681b2. You gave them permission. Permissible purpose cannot be assigned. It has to be written permission. You cannot assign it. So if you give Department of Education your information, you're in contract with them. You're not in contract with Navient. So where is that contract that gave me, where I gave Navient permission, person 15 USC 1681 B2, written permission to report anything? You did not. There is no contract. Request a contract. And if they cannot, that's called identity theft, because 18 USC, look it up. 18 USC.
Let me look it up. All right, you said 18.
18 USC.
USC
1028A.
1028A. Aggravated identity theft occurs when a
click
person.
on it. What does the definition say?
It says it's aggravated identity theft under federal law.
And what does it say?
Federal law has two statutes that address the crime of identity.
No, find the one in Cornell. Is that Cornell? Find Cornell. No, go back there. There you go.
All right, just read this part right here.
No, just click on it.
It says whoever during and in relation to any felony violation enumerated in Section C knowingly transfers, possesses, or uses without lawful authority.
Without what?
Without lawful authority.
Without what?
Without lawful authority.
Okay.
A means of identification of another person shall, in addition to the punishment provided for such felony, be sentenced to a term of imprisonment of 2 years.
What lawful authority did you give Navient? Or what lawful authority do they have to use your information without your permission? Aggravated identity theft.
Oh shit. So I don't. So what we saying?
They reported information that you didn't give them permission. So they use information. Go back to the thing. What does it say? Any person who what? Uses, possesses, or transfers a means of identification of you. How did they identify you to the consumer report? It means they have an identification of you somewhere.
Right.
They use it without lawful authority because you didn't give them permissible purpose.
Right.
That by default is aggravated identity theft.
And they gave those people my information and just sold me off. Just pretty much auctioned me off.
You just read it.
Yeah. So under consumer law, it's my right to say, fuck those people?
Well, yes and no. The obligation might still be there contractually, but as it relates to the reporting, that's a completely different thing. It cannot be reported because it's an account that came from a result of identity theft. So now you want to use 15 USC 1681 C2 and that letter to get that deleted.
Damn. He's a bad motherfucker. When does consumer law protect someone when people get like a vehicle repossessed?
So that's repossession laws.
Okay.
UCC 9 Part 6 or whatever state you're in. States have their own version of repossession laws as well. So each state has one. Like the state of Georgia, I've read the repossession laws like many times, and I've broken it down into 10 steps. There's 10 things that must be done for a successful repossession in the state of Georgia. And if people don't know these things, these crooks and these thieves can come and take the vehicle and they don't even know that their rights were violated.
Mm. You said it's 10 things?
It could be more, it could be less, depending on who's reading it. But I have broken down Georgia state repossession law into 10 steps. That's what I have done.
Oh, okay. So you said you broke the law down in 10 steps. So basically, is that like you mean like the process of getting them removed or something?
No,
like
the process of what they must do for a successful repossession.
Oh, okay.
If they violate any of those steps, the repossession now isn't successful. It isn't lawful. Therefore, it's now a violation of UCC 9 Part 6. To be exact, UCC 9-625. Under remedy.
Okay. So your program. So do they help people with these situations personally, or they just pretty much information more? So you just educate people on how to take care of these issues on their own, or is it a
I'm
combination
coaching
of both?
you how to do it. So I'm teaching you how to read the law. I'm teaching you how to put it in steps. I'm teaching you what letters to send. I already wrote a repossession manuscript. I already got a repossession deletion ebook. Right? So you're learning this now and you're sending this out. Because remember, I don't give people fishes. Exactly. I'm going to teach you how to fish. So now, when you get your repossession deleted, or you bring them to arbitration or court, and you get your remedy, guess what? You can charge now $15,000 or $2,000 to delete other people's repossession. There's look up how many vehicles got repossessed in 2022. Just see what's up. How many cars got repossessed in 2022?
How many cars got repossessed
in 2022?
In 2022. It says 1.2 million. Yeah, it says it's difficult to determine exactly how many repossessed securities, but Cox Automotive estimated there were 1.2 million.
But let's say it's 1.2 million, right? Multiply that by 2,000. Multiply 1.2 million by 2,000.
You said by 2,000, right?
Turn this side.
The number, it should say 2.400.
So
oh, okay. Oh, you got to turn
this
side.
So let's read it. Let me see the number. All right. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay. So we're at 2,400,000,000, right? $1,950,000. It's a repossession. The leading repossession is a $2.4 trillion market.
Oh shit!
No, it's not trillion. It's billion. My bad. It's billion and trillion, right?
Yeah, billion.
Yeah, so this is billion. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a $2 billion market. 2.4 billion to be exact. So this is $2,400,000,000, $1,950.
Sheesh.
And people telling me that they don't have money, they can't get rich. They're not thinking, bruv. So this is how I use consumer law, and I break down different industry. Dude, you can become if you delete 1,000 repossession, 2,000 repossessions, you're on your way to becoming a millionaire or a multi-millionaire, depending on what you charge.
Right. How does the consumer law impact the real estate industry? Meaning,
it impacts it a lot, because this is where truth in lending comes in. And knowing that, okay, you're paying on a mortgage. The person you're paying the mortgage, do they even have the right to even collect on the mortgage? Do they have the mortgage and the note? Because the mortgage and the note must travel together. If a person does not have possession of the mortgage and the note, the mortgage itself is null and void. That comes under mortgage fraud and foreclosure fraud. People are foreclosing on properties that they don't have legal right to collect on. But because people don't know that the mortgage and the note must travel together, they don't know how to accurately defend themselves.
Okay, so like in that type of situation, would it result? Could that result like in a lawsuit?
Yeah, so you can do a lawsuit. There's a process that some people can do. It's called a quiet action title or quiet title action, where they go through and they negotiate now different things or get different titles assigned. Like there's different. It goes into different little rabbit holes, but the premise or the case law stands on the mortgage and the note must travel together, and when they are separated, there is no legal obligation to pay or to collect.
Mm. Okay. Damn, you really educated me today, man. I
Consumer
appreciate
law
it.
is deep, bro.
Yeah, that shit deep, man. Um, so traditionally, like, do they have like consumer law firms?
There's lawyers that specializes in consumer law. I don't know if there's law firms
Exactly.
specifically that specializes in consumer law, but it's not an area that most lawyers touch because they weren't taught or programmed that this avenue is a lot of money. People just were so many people were being locked up, so many injuries. Some of the biggest firms that you will find are firms that specializes in injuries and firm that specializes in
Crime.
criminal. You get what I'm saying? So it's a matter of education and be like consumer law. If there was more lawyers in the consumer law arena, bro, I'm telling you, some of these stuff going on now wouldn't be going on.
Mm.
But there's not enough attorneys.
No, that's what's up, man. So, no, that's what's up because you know a lot about this credit. A lot of there's a lot of people out there talking about different credit hacks and things of that nature, and some people get themselves in hot water, but
Nah, I
sometimes,
want to stay with the law, bro.
of course,
Congress wrote it. If you're gonna lock somebody up, go to Capitol Hill.
exactly. Um, so if anyone wants to work with you, so let people know what you offer
Mm-hmm.
and how they can work. How they can work with you,
Mm-hmm.
how they can find. Of course, we'll definitely leave a link below so you guys
Mm-hmm.
can get in direct contact. But let them know exactly what you offer. You don't give out any fish, so we know we're not giving out.
Yeah, they're coming here to work.
They come
You're
in and
coming
work.
there to learn. Like you will not leave my program the same way you came in. Impossible. Impossible.
Mm.
Right? So on Instagram, Daraine Delevante, that's Daraine Delevante. Same thing for Facebook, Daraine Delevante. YouTube, same thing, Daraine Delevante. All my social media handles, Daraine Delevante. TikTok, everything. You want to work with me, you can go to my Instagram, DM the word university, or you can text the word university to 917-993-5238. That's university to 917-993-5238. Just text me. My website, DaraineDelevante.com. I got dispute letter there for days, all consumer law based. Like I do this stuff in real life, bro. Like
Yeah.
you see me, I didn't have no books. There's no books. There's no chart that I'm looking and flipping onto here. I do this every day, bro. See, amateurs practice to get it right. Expert practice so we never get it wrong.
Mm.
Right?
Right.
So you want to be a what? A mile wide, but an inch deep
Inch
in
deep.
what you know. No, see? We fucked up. You want to be an inch wide, but a mile deep. People want to be a mile wide, but an inch deep. They know nothing. They think they know a lot, but they know nothing. Can't even hold a 2 hour conversation about that one thing. Right?
Right.
So social media, DaraineDelevante.com, all my social media handles, YouTube, Instagram, Twitch, everything, just Daraine Delevante. Um, you late payments, you got late payments, get those late payments off. Like you shouldn't have late payments after watching this episode. You should get this book after watching this episode, right? Like my man's a whole author over here. Let's support our own.
Let's do it.
Let's support our own, right? So if you got inquiries, text the word inquiry to 917-993-5238. You know anybody with medical collection? Text medical to 917-993-5238. And if those pesky late payments are still holding you back and you have people telling you to send goodwill letters, tell them to shut up. Don't beg nobody for nothing when you know consumer law. Consumer laws are laws put in place to protect you. If you send, I swear to God, if you ever send out another goodwill letter, I'm a pimp slap you myself. Don't be sending out no more goodwill letters. None. I'm a pimp slap all of y'all, but y'all sending out goodwill letters. No more goodwill letters. That shit is trash. Consumer law based letters that are built specifically for late payments. So send that out to send text message to 917-993-5238. Text the word late payment to 917-993-5238. Yeah, bro, but people just need to comprehend, like, yo, I pimp slap. I don't care who. I'm a pimp slap all of y'all if I catch y'all sending out no more goodwill letters, begging people to forgive late payment. We ain't doing that around here. We ain't begging nobody for nothing. You are powerful. But if you don't believe you are, you won't be.
Damn. You heard that, guys. All right, man. So I know earlier, man, we spoke about mentorships, man. So from what I heard from some of your previous interviews, I know you spent a lot of money on mentorships. Can you let the people know the importance of mentorships?
I mean, it is. It's the shortcut to success. Last year I spent close to 300,000 on mentorship. I've been made like over 1.5 million. This year I would love to spend about 5 to 600,000 in mentorships, but I know that's going to yield me a multiple 7-figure, 8-figure. You know what I'm saying? Right. So I know the value. I'm not worried about price or cost because I know what I'm going for. Problem with people is they know the price of everything and the value of nothing. That's why they're stuck like Chuck in the pickup truck and ain't nobody coming to save them.
Right. I like that one. Like Chuck in a pickup truck. What's some mentors you work with that I might be familiar with? You know, just based on
you might be familiar with Marcus. People call him 500. Nehemiah Davis, Myron Golden. Been studying Russell Brunson. I'm about to join his mentorship as well.
ClickFunnels guy.
Yeah, ClickFunnels guy. So it's going to new levels, new heights, and constantly investing in myself.
Yeah, I'm familiar. So I know I met Neo through David Shands. So I bump into him a lot in the gym, you know, so that's why it's good to network when you guys doing the fitness thing, because the people that go to the gym and taking their body seriously, some of those people be people that have a lot of wealth of knowledge or whatever. I know you said Myron Golden. I've never joined any of his masterminds.
Yeah,
I know
Myron, his lowest program starts at like 25,000. Somebody will say, well, damn, 25,000. Well, if that's the first thing that comes out of your mouth, it's not for you. You're not ready yet.
Right.
It's not for you. So it's learning how to identify where we want to go in life and who is that mentor that's going to take us there. The shortcut to success is mentorship.
How do you choose a good mentor?
It depends on your goals. Your mentor should align with your goals and the things that you want to do.
Okay.
So if I know I need to make 8 figures, I need to find an 8-figure mentor. A 6-figure mentor is not going to get me to 8 figures.
You're right. You're right. I know I paid for mentorships in the past. The ones that I like are the ones that have like a network surrounding it, like some type of peer group, like a community.
Correct.
But I had paid for some things in the past, and I just be like, damn, you know, can you give someone advice on how to qualify, how to pre-qualify, how to more so qualify to make sure you're not
It didn't cost enough.
It ain't cost enough.
No, I bet if you spend $100,000 on that mentorship, your ass would have been in there,
Okay.
taking notes of everything that's going on. It
Right.
didn't cost enough, and that's the other thing too. Mentorships that cost $500 and $1,000, that's nothing. So people will buy them and don't even use them. But I bet if your ass spend 50,000, 75,000, 100,000, I bet you're inclined to be there every Monday when class is in session.
Right, and then typically the people the type of people that do the same are some people worth networking with. Like the other people that are worth that say, okay, I spent 50 grand on a mastermind. You know, those be some powerful people in those rooms
Correct.
for the most part. So that's normally the most value I got. The peers, like, cause like you know the knowledge is cool too for the most part, especially if it's like a quick play, not a quick play, but a play that you can take some steps and execute. But for the most part, I know from different mentorships and things of that nature, the uh the people the people are just kind of like the gym, like the Rich and Fit. When I met you at Rich and Fit, I go there because a lot of those people are mentees of some of these people
Correct.
you know, you spoke about. So it's like, okay, this is a good room to be in. And then even like Will, so I'm in e-commerce as well. So the guy that owns the gym, Will, he's in e-commerce as well. I don't really
Correct.
speak to him, but just being in the atmosphere or just
You never
seeing
know what can happen. What could happen
exactly,
the next time y'all have a conversation?
exactly,
You're in ecom, he's in. Will did over 10 million last year. You
yeah,
might learn some shit that takes your ecom store to 1 million, 2 million, 3 million just by being in his program and working out in the same gym with him.
exactly,
You get what I'm saying? So
exactly,
it proximity changes your pocketbook,
yeah,
right? So if you're in goddamn Planet Fitness, you're not gonna meet no millionaire in Planet Fitness. We're not going there. I'm not. I got nothing against it. I'm just not fucking going there.
right,
Right? I
right,
want to go to a Rich and Fit. I want to go to a Level Fitness. Right? I want to go to a LA Fitness or gyms that I'm paying more than $100 a month for. Why? Because I know that I'm gonna see more people like me in these environments.
right, yeah. Instead
I
of
go to a $10 a month Planet Fitness. I'm seeing people that I don't want to see. I'm not being harsh. It's just what it is,
right, might go outside, your windows might be busted.
bro. So we gotta Oh, it's time for me to get some shit now. My alarm going off. Where is it? Get this motherfucker. Got your ass. All right. Right. So it's just stuff like your environment matters.
Yeah, it
The
does.
people you're around matters. The
Huge.
things you put inside of your mind matters. And if y'all think it don't matter, that's why you are where you are right now.
Right,
We gotta take ownership and audit our own life.
right,
Because if we're not responsible, if we're not accountable for our actions, we cannot instill change.
right. Okay. Speaking of, man, so since then, like, when the last time you been to Richard Fit?
I'm Richard. It's too early, bro.
It's early as
That's
fuck.
six. That
At
oh
six
my
thirty.
god, that's 6:30. Cause I go to sleep at 2. I
Exactly.
am most creative between 11 and 2 at nights. It's when
Exactly.
my creativity comes. So when I'm done at 2, to get up now for 6:30, it's a hassle, bro.
Yeah.
It's a whole hassle. So I need to figure something out because I need to lose this belly. Yeah, I'm gonna tell y'all on here. I need to lose this belly. So
Yeah.
I know I need to put in some work. Now I got everybody's going up.
Yeah. And I go there like once a week, and then I'm normally like a LA fitness dude, or like I might do like I do like group fitness just to kind of network though.
I'm a group fitness type of person. If you leave it up to me, it's not my strong area. Now I know that and I admit it. Right? So if you own your own truth, no one can use it against you. So I know where my shortfall is. I need to be in group coaching. That's how I am at my best.
Mm-hmm. So how long you been in Atlanta, man?
December will make a year. So right now I'm 10 months in.
You came by yourself, or you
Yep,
got
just
family?
me.
How you
Keep telling you, bro. I be betting on me.
yeah? How you liking it so far, man?
Atlanta is amazing. The people here, there's people here that do like dumb shit, but
Yeah.
but for the most part, Atlanta is pretty good, man. The network, the people, the proximity. Just being in proximity, I can get called. Yo, there's a conference here. There's a conference there. There's a mastermind here. If I was in New York, I had to book flights for everything. Now I'm just 20, 30 minutes away.
Right. Oh, you was in New York right before you came here?
Yeah,
Oh, what part?
I'm Bronx.
Bronx. Okay. That's what's up. So how the dating scene been out here in Atlanta? Or you not even studying that?
Well, not really because like you'll see females and you'll see them and it's like, yo, what do you really bring to the table, bro? Like Like, so I'm what is called a sapiosexual, right? I'm turned on by intelligence in another person. I don't like talking to dumb people, bro. And when I say dumb people, I'm not saying that if you don't know about business or credit or like that, you're dumb. Like people that don't got their priorities straight.
Right.
That's dumb people to me,
Yeah.
right? If all you can talk about is clothes, going out, getting bags, getting nails done, hair done, and you have no plan for your future. Like women gotta comprehend, like between 18 and 26, you're at your peak.
Right.
At 27 hitting 30, your ass should be looking to settle down. 30 and above, yo, that clock is ticking.
Right.
35 to 40, the chances are going way down. Right? So the clock for women is it's true. The clock for women and the clock for men is not the same clock. The same way that life isn't fair, that a man can work hard all his life. Now he has his Lamborghinis. Now he has the yacht. And this 22-year-old that don't even have fucking $100 in her bank account is on the yacht. Right?
Right.
Ain't that crazy?
It's a lot of work you put in.
It's a lot of work to get that damn yacht.
Yeah. To get that yacht and that thought.
So life is not fair. It's not. And you can sit and cry foul every day, or you learn to play the game and be the best at it.
Yeah, I know I've been on some dates before, and it's like I'd been on a date one time, and she was like physically had everything, lips done, titties done, body, all that crazy shit. But it seemed like the whole time, man, she was preparing for that perfect selfie to post on her story, and then
And
it
then
was
what?
just,
And then
and
24 hours and it's
or
gone.
or just like the people that go out all the time, and then they be like they living their life but don't have shit in their name, struggling, really about to spend all their money in the club, and then ask one of their nice friends, "Let me borrow $50. I'm fucked up." You know what I'm saying? I'm like, that
And
shit is insane.
the other thing too, like, okay, so women want real men, right? They want men that are real and down to earth and is a man, right? They want real men. But sis, nothing on you is real. Like the math ain't mathing right now. Yo, you're gonna get me started, bro. Like, you know what? You're gonna get me started down some rabbit hole. Like, like you want a real dude, but nothing on you is real.
Not even the lashes.
Not even your hair.
Mm.
The boobs came out of a jar. The butt came out of a jar. The lips came out of a syringe. Like, you're trying not to laugh. It's real shit, though.
Real shit.
So, at what point do we hold each other accountable? You want men to be all these things.
Yeah.
To be a provider, to be real, to be true to his word and core.
Mm-hmm.
But everything that comes out of your mouth and everything that's on you is fake.
Ooh. Whew. So we going 50-50?
Hmm?
We doing 50-50
50-50 on what?
in the dating.
Nah. If you ain't stepping at 100, I ain't stepping with you.
Trying to tell you.
Like, we should be fighting about who's taking care of the fucking bill, bro.
Yeah.
Like, if I'm the one paying the bill all the time, I am not taking you out. There must be a time in your mind you're like, damn, he's always the one paying the check. Let me pay the check.
Right.
Right, shit, go pay the check before I even asked for the check. Damn, girl, you did that? Oh, you a keeper. Like, it's little things like that.
Yeah.
You're coming to see me. Hey, babe, you know I got you a nice shirt. I got a dress. I think you're going to look good in this because this shirt matches my dress. You see what I'm saying? Like, men, we look for little stuff like that. We don't want a lot. We don't need your damn money. We don't. I
No.
sure as hell don't need your damn money.
Right.
I make plenty of it by myself. But a gesture. Hey, babe, you know I got a him and hers type of watch. Damn, she thinking about me.
Right.
Just little stuff like that.
Right.
But you want us to pay your bills, pay your phone bill, your rent, your damn car note. Like, bruh, we ain't just out here sponsoring charity cases. Well, I know I'm not.
Hell no. Nah. I mean, like, at the end of the day, it's just like what you said, like the gestures, like, you don't want nobody that's not capable, and at the same time, it's like I'm not saying I want a woman to take care of me, but at the same time, being they broke shit is a turnoff.
It is a
You
turn
know
off.
what I'm saying? It's like at the end of the day, yeah, just like you saying, like you gonna ignore the bill every time. You know what I'm saying? Just like you said, like you can
Every time
say
the bill come, you're
it's
looking.
it's easy to separate yourself by just simply like air blue moon. You know what I'm saying? You say okay, I got it. You know that
Yeah,
shit is
tell
a
me
turn
you
on.
fucking got it.
Yeah, that
Shit.
shit is a turn on. I ain't
Like,
gonna lie
babe,
to
keep
you.
your damn wallet back in your bag. What you doing? Let me take care of this shit.
Right.
Ooh, me and you tonight, girl. You see what I'm saying? Like that shit just it's different.
Right.
But if she can't be 100 the same way I'm 100, bro, like the scale isn't balanced. We
Right.
need a balanced scale.
Right.
When you give everything, but you got nobody pouring into you, you become like a cup without water. You pour so much out, but who's pouring back in?
Right.
You can't pour from an empty cup.
It's like a busted radiator.
That shit gonna get fucked up. That engine gonna get fucked up.
You pouring into them, it's gonna really just it's a waste of water on your end. And on their end, they ain't doing nothing with the water. You know, for the most part.
Accountability, bro.
Yeah.
Accountability.
So you said the his and her watches, they gonna be bust down to plain Jane.
I had the but well, so I've developed a liking to Rolex. I like it. It's
Okay.
very nice. I wouldn't bust down any of my Rolex because I don't want the value of it to go down. I think it's pretty cool the way it is. You know.
Yeah.
I think it's pretty cool the way it is.
I like the red face.
Yeah, and my colors, company colors. You know.
Yeah.
Like notice little things that I like because like if I'm gonna be fly, my woman gotta be fly with me. Ain't no way I'm gonna be a fly dude with not a fly girl. You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So I will invest in my woman. I wouldn't, but don't be thinking that, yo, I ain't gonna invest in my dude too, bro. Like, no, it's the quickest way for you to get out of here.
Right.
So we it needs to be balanced. It gotta be balanced. And these girls nowadays, they don't comprehend balance because they're coming into a relationship sounding like an ambulance, just want, and
It's a siren.
right?
It's like a siren.
Yeah, like you just want stuff, but what do you bring to the table? Oh, I bring me. The fuck is that? Like, what do you bring to the table? Like, are you speaking life into me? Are you going to be there in my corner when the world just beat me up and I'm home? Are you going to be the one to say, yo, you can do all things? Are you going to be the one, babe, you got to get up at 4. It's time for you to study. Like, that type of stuff. We don't need y'all money. We don't need y'all money. But we do need the support, the encouragement, the push, the drive. Yo, you getting me. You getting me. I'ma just chill out because you finna get me just blow up on this damn podcast right now. Because there's a lot, man. There's a lot.
Look, speaking of podcasts, I did see you on a different podcast, and I think you wanted to say you wanted like what 5, 6 kids.
Yeah, like I want to diversify my portfolio. Correct.
Okay. All right. And you were saying that. All right. So all 5 kids might not come from the same parent, huh?
No, I don't want that. No.
Okay.
I
And
like genetic diversity.
okay, you got a plan, huh?
Yeah. A man without a plan is like a ship without a compass. You're lost at sea.
Oh shit. All right. And you was all right. So look, I think you were saying that basically like you wanted each parent to carry a specific genetic.
Yeah, because I want different traits from different kids.
Okay.
But at the same time, I want each mother to be financially set. So it's not like, yo, you're just going to be popping out a baby and then that's it. I don't want no broke baby mamas.
Yeah.
Right? So this is where we're talking about, yo, you're getting a business. Each mom gets a business. Each mom becomes a CEO. We're all making money. So if you're not about that life, about, yo, we're going to make money, we're going to build generational wealth, and we are going to create a family dynasty, I don't want no parts of it. Because if you ain't trying to build, I ain't trying to be with nobody who's trying to take, bro.
How you think that would work with them getting along?
Well, There's no rule that they have to get along. Give me my kids.
Oh, okay.
Give me my kids. Run y'all businesses. I'm about to retire my mom and put her in full time grandma mode.
Right.
So give me my kids.
Mm. Nah, that's dope, man. You got anything you want to say to the people before we get up out of here today?
Man, the greatest investment you will ever make is an investment in yourself. Don't count yourself out. It doesn't matter how many mistakes you made. It doesn't matter how many times you failed. It doesn't matter all the naysayers been saying that you cannot do it. You can do all things. And the moment you believe that you can do all things, you will notice that the only person that was stopping you from success was yourself.
It's a wrap, man. So okay, man. You guys heard it, man. We got a good interview with the consumer law king, my boy Daraine Delevante. It was nice having you.
It's a pleasure, brother.
And been another episode of Multiple Streams by any means. Make sure you guys remember that good things go to those that hustle.